Hello, Ace, and welcome to week two. I hope you all had a fabulous week one as we all kind of get used to distance learning and what that means, Chromebooks and Google Meets. I've been hearing from your teachers all week, and I know that you guys are just doing a fantastic job, as always, with the transition. So I personally want to thank you for that. We're going to go ahead and dive into week two character assembly. So if you'll stand with me. Put your hand over your heart. I will attempt to do that here. And let's say the pledge together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. I'm going to put my arm back down here on its pillow to rest. Okay, now as you know, we are studying punctuality this month. We always study punctuality in September because it is key to getting off to a good start with the school year. So let's recite this together. Punctuality is showing esteem for other people and their time. I will be at the right place at the right time. I will prepare for unexpected delays. I will do my work ahead of time. I will plan a daily schedule and keep it, and I will not fall into the trap of just one more. And as you know, it was that last I will that we tackled last week. And this week, I'd like to tackle a couple of more of these I wills, specifically as they're relating to our current situation. You know, one of the challenges sometimes with studying punctuality every September is that sometimes we think that we know it already, right? That there's nothing new that we can talk about, especially those of us who have been at ACE for a while. We feel like we pretty much have this understanding nailed. But with our school at home kind of model, so what might be some of those unexpected delays? If we're looking at the I will prepare for unexpected delays. What could at-home delays mean? You know, normally in character assembly, we talk about things like traffic. Getting to school is an unexpected delay. Forgetting something at home and having to turn around to get those HLAs to turn in Tuesday mornings. So without those kind of unexpected delays that we know about, what might be some of the at-home delays? Well, I thought of a couple of them and just thought we'd brainstorm a couple of these and some solutions that we might have. Number one is your Chromebook not being charged, or your personal computer, or whatever it is you're using to access your online assignments or your online classes. Not having a charged computer could absolutely be a delay, right? You got to go find the charger. Oh my gosh, I misplaced the charger. And so it's hard to log in and be on time to classes. So a good habit I would think we should all just get in the habit of doing, if this would advance for me here, is to just get in the habit of plugging it in every night. Have a dedicated spot. I highly suggest not in students' rooms just because it's tempting to get online. You know, we even at our home charge our phones in a different room so it doesn't keep us up at night. But go ahead and charge that and just get in the habit as you're brushing your teeth before bed and all of those nighttime routines. They can go ahead and make sure the computer you're going to use for school the next day is plugged in. These Chromebooks have awesome battery life. They're going to be fantastic. They'll last all day. But let's just make sure that that's charged, okay? What's another one I thought of? Ooh, missing Google Meets. So this, how could this be an unexpected delay? Well, there is a lot of instruction and things that your teachers want to share with you during your Google Meet sessions each week. And if you miss one of those, well, then you've got to actually schedule more time in your week to go back, watch the video. If you didn't have the opportunity to ask those clarifying questions in the Google Meet, it might mean email volleys back and forth. So that could be an unexpected delay with what we have going on right now. So I thought of a couple ideas how we could kind of guard against that. Number one, until we get into the habit of knowing our schedules, because we know it's a little different right now, go ahead and set an alarm for each meeting. If you have a meeting on Tuesday that's at 10:30 and one that's at 2:30, just go ahead and set alarms on your phone or someplace like that, probably 10 or 15 minutes before class, so that you can make sure to gather the materials you need and get there on time. But that might be good to just kind of get used to the schedule that we have now. The other thought I had is to keep your schedule in a public place. You've all received kind of the schedule of Google Meets from your academic deans. And if we print that off and kind of put it where the family calendar is or someplace like that, we actually have support from the people around us to say, oh gosh, aren't you supposed to be, in a meeting here in a couple of minutes? If they are seeing our schedule as well, they can actually support us and help us remember that. So just a couple of thoughts there that I came up with. The last one, being unprepared for class. So even if your Chromebook is charged, even if you are on your Google Meet, there is some specific things that I know your teachers want to go over with you and maximize the effectiveness of their in-class time with you, because we don't have a lot. So they may be asking you to read ahead or come prepared to discuss something. And so if we're all coming to class not having read the material or not having done that task that we were asked to do beforehand, then that class time kind of gets a slow rolling start, right? Our teachers aren't able to just jump right in with whatever the topic is, but they're going to have to then kind of go back a little bit and explain what the task is or what you should have learned from that already before they are able to move on. So one quick tip there, just look ahead in your HLAs. Right? Just make sure that when you get your HLAs, they are being posted on our websites on Monday now. So if you log in there and just kind of get a glance, get an overview, right? This is preparing for that unexpected delay. Looking through saying, oh, I should read this chapter first, or I should do this math lesson before we meet, or watch this Nicole the Math Lady video, or whatever it is. Those instructions are gonna be in those HLAs. So those are just a couple of things that I came up with that might be at home unexpected delays, but we actually have the absolute best strategy for avoiding unexpected delays. Or for having them not kind of mess up our schedule. And it's actually another I will. It is written right in our definition and I will statements. Can you think of what it is? What would be the best strategy? Any guesses? Okay, if you said I will do my work ahead of time, absolutely. It is the best strategy for avoiding, maybe not avoiding unexpected delays, but really avoiding their impact on our schedule. So let me just kind of walk through what this could look like. So let's say it's a Tuesday and I have a certain number of assignments that I want to complete. I can go ahead and get those assignments done, but if I finish pretty early and if I have a little extra time at the end of my day, I might want to go ahead and look at those things that I have scheduled for Wednesday, and I might want to knock a couple of those out. Now, I know most of us would say, oh, but I accomplished my task and I could use a break. That is absolutely true, and you can absolutely have that break. But if something happened on Wednesday, say somebody stopped by to visit, you had to run an unexpected errand, something like that, that took Wednesday's time a little bit, unexpectedly, you will have already prepared for that. And so it won't impact your schedule or your schoolwork nearly as much. So it's just something I would encourage you guys to think about as a possibility moving forward is if you finish school pretty early in the day, look ahead a little bit. Could you do a little extra reading? Could you do a little extra something to help prepare for those things that we cannot see coming future in our week? Okay, so just a couple of thoughts for you guys this week. Now moving on to announcements. Yay, our summer reading winners. So for pre-reader through Grammar B, congratulations, Christoph. You are the winner there, and you will be receiving your prize in the mail, I believe. For Grammar C through Dialectic 1, Dustin, fantastic job. It doesn't say the number of pages, but I kind of saw some of these answers coming in from your academic deans. You guys did a lot of reading. That is fantastic. And then for Dialectic through Rhetoric, Dialectic 2 through Rhetoric, Jude, outstanding job, young man. Looks like we have 3 young men who are avid readers, and that is very exciting to see. So look forward to your reward and prize. They're coming in the mail to you. There we go. So just a quick reminder, when are HLAs due? Again, we are saying that they're still due on Tuesdays for pre-reader through dialectic 3. And they're due by noon on Tuesdays. We will have office staff there. So you can do those by email. If you're emailing things in, I highly suggest a scanning app. It is a much higher quality image and it will allow your teachers to provide feedback and actually see your answers a lot easier. You can mail those in to us. If you're mailing though, you're gonna have to let us know that they're coming so we're not considering those late, or you can drop them off at the ACE office. So use those lovely little HLA folders that you have and the office staff there will make sure that they get distributed properly. Okay, weekly connection. I know that we had some returning families as well as some new families join us last Wednesday. Sorry I missed that one. I do plan on being there this Wednesday to kind of help answer questions. So we have them from 9 to 10 a.m. The link is right there, Mrs. Sano, myself. Also, if you're a returning ACE mom and or parent of any sort and have some advice that you'd like to give our new families, remember our new to ACE families are coming in during a very unique time. So they could use some probably extra tips and tools in their tool belt to help navigate the ACE system. So we would love your input as well to kind of hop on and brainstorm and say, oh, this is what works for me, or this is what we found is the best schedule for our family. Any tips and tricks, much appreciated. Weekly emails, you've seen those go out. Mrs. Sano sends out weekly emails every Thursday. Please be sure to forward those to your academic dean. It's part of our attendance tracking and something we absolutely have to do. So please make sure you're just forwarding that on to your academic dean and saying, thanks, got it, something like that, and we will go ahead and count that as attendance for the day. Here is some super exciting news. So we actually have met the metrics in the county and the state to be able to reopen school on campus, both Tuesdays and Thursdays, for our kindergarten through third graders. They're really focused on early education students. So we plan on being back K through third only in October. So October 6th. So we're going to wrap out September. We are going to go get through our off week and we will be back that first week in September for K through 3. Okay, so that is K through 3 grade level, not necessarily all of pre-reader through Grammar C. So if you have some questions, please reach out to your academic dean about grade placement versus trivium placement. And I believe we're going to be contacting those families that are affected. So students can still choose distance learning, even though we are open for classes on campus, regular schedule K through 3. If you still are uncomfortable or would like to keep your children home and continue with distance learning, please reach out to your academic dean and let them know. We have a couple of weeks to plan, but we would like to know how many students we're expecting in each grade and some of the other supports we're able to provide as we are kind of looking at our classroom spaces and what that could look like for us in the office. So we will be back and oh my gosh, we're so excited to see you. I'm excited to see your faces. So that is Tuesday and Thursday reopening. Reach out to your academic dean with any questions. Another bit of fun news, ACE is actually hiring. We are finding ourselves with a lot of extra paperwork and a lot of extra support needed in the office. So we are actually looking for an administrative assistant to work with myself, Mrs. Sano, and Chloe, our librarian, to kind of fill some of those needs that we have. If you are interested, want to know more information, what that job would entail and hours and duties, please go ahead and contact Mrs. Sano directly. And we would love to schedule an interview with you and kind of see what that might look like. But yeah, we're in need of an extra body in the office. So remember to return your book boxes. Those are very valuable to us. We need those. Office hours are Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 5. And yes, we will be on campus. Door code is E20 star. Okay. Chromebooks, again, just a reminder, if you have any ACE Chromebooks that you are not using, please make sure you're returning those so we can allocate those resources to somebody who might need them. Also, email Mrs. Sana the library zip number on the back if you have received an ACE computer. Rhetoric students, D3 students, Families in lower levels, we actually really need those. So if you can make sure that you're looking at the back of your computer, sending that zip number on, we can go ahead and make sure that we have an accurate count in our library system. So thank you for that. And then I found this quote to end our assembly today. It says, punctuality is not just limited to arriving at a place at the right time. It's also about taking the right actions at the right time. And that's kind of what we talked about earlier in our character lesson, right? It's about making the right decision at the right time to maybe do a little work ahead of time, making the right decision to prepare well and charge our Chromebook or make sure we're prepared for class, right? So it's not just about being at the right place at the right time. It is also about choosing to do the right thing at the right time. And with that, I am going to leave you. Have a fabulous week too. Let me get back to here so I can stop my recording. And as always, we're here. Your academic deans are here if you have any questions throughout the week. We'll see you